Hi kiddos, so here we are again. We know already how to subtract 1, how to subtract 2, how to subtract 3, how to subtract 4, and now we're going to be talking about vertical subtraction. Horizontal is side to side, vertical is top to bottom. But before we get into that, I wanted to review just real quick vertical addition. So we know that we can write addition problems this way or this way. It doesn't matter, They both mean the exact same thing. We both have the number that we're starting at, the plus sign, the number that we're adding, and the equal sign. The equal sign looks a little different. You notice here 2 lines, here 1 line. And we've talked about this, but this is just a quick refresher. So remember, when we're adding, we start with 2. We are going to add 3. So we're going to count on. After 2 comes 3, 4, 5. So we know now that 2 plus 3 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that. And we can do that in many different ways. You guys are very good adders. Straight back, big belly with a hat on top. Okay, let's review another one. So here we go. Looking over here, we start with 5. Here's our plus signs. We're adding 4. So we're going to count on to 4 more numbers. And then our equal signs. Again, it looks different. Here we have 2 lines. Here we have 1 line. So we really need to think about that kind of, what's that going to look like? They look the same. They mean the same, or they don't look the same, but they mean the same thing. So we start 5 and we're going to count on 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. We know that 5 plus 4 equals 9. That's a circle and a stick. 5 plus 4 equals 9. The numbers are the same. The addition problem is exactly the same. The answer is exactly the same. It just looks a little bit different. This one is horizontal, side to side. This one is vertical, top to bottom, but it means the same thing. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Here we go. Let's do another one. So we have 0 plus sign 2 equals how many? Well, we're starting with 0, so we just count on 1, 2. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 2. They say the same thing, even though one of them shows side to side and the other one shows up and down. They're saying the exact same thing. It's the same situation with adding. So with adding, we know that we see an 8 here, but look, here's an 8 as well. A minus sign comes next, but for an up and down, a vertical subtraction problem, it goes right where the plus sign in a vertical subtraction problem would go. It goes right there. Okay, but it says the same thing. We're taking away 3. So the bottom number is the number we're taking away. We're taking away this number equals leftover. So this is our in all right here. We know that. These numbers show in all. This sign means take away. This shows how many numbers we're going to X out. How many are we going to X out? This means how many left over, and we know that number is 5. But let's go ahead and double check. So we're starting with 8. Both the problems show that. We're going to X out 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And how many are left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we see that down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know that 8 take away 3 equals 5 left over. It doesn't matter if it's written side to side or up and down. It means the exact same thing. And you can see it has the exact same things. The only difference, again, boys and girls, to remember, the only difference is that in a side to side, we write equals like this. In an up and down, we write equals like this. It all depends. It's okay either way. Okay, so moving on to this page. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Morgan, sorry. This page. So this is the back of your work page for today. Go ahead and find that if you haven't already. Okay, so here we are. It's the same thing. Your favorite toy cars. Some friends chose blue, some friends chose green, some friends chose orange. Let's go ahead and look really quickly to figure out how many friends chose it in all. So here we go. We see, let's see, I see 4 tally marks and a slash. That means 5. So I'm going to write that down. Straight back, big belly with a hat on top. You don't have to write this down. Miss Morgan will write it down. Here I just see 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write that down and across and down once more. That is how we make a 4. All right, here I see a group of 5. I'm going to count on 6, 7. Across the top and down from heaven, that is how we make a 7. Okay, so we know that 5 friends chose blue, 4 friends chose green, and 7 friends chose orange. Our goal right now is to find the range. Now you may be wondering, Miss Morgan, what is the range? What does that even mean? That means how many numbers in between the favorite car and the least favorite car. How many numbers are in between the favorite car and the least favorite car? So the first thing we need to do is we need to find out, well, what is the most favorite car? And we see, we're looking for the biggest number. The orange car is the most favorite car. The number is 7. Okay, so we're going to write that next to the word most. 7. Across the top and down from heaven, that is how we make a 7. And then to find how many numbers in between, we have to subtract, take away, minus the smallest number. So we need to look, let's see, is the blue car the smallest number or the green car? The green car is the smallest number. So we're going to write that number right underneath. Down and across and down once more. That is how we make a 4. All right, so here we are. Now we have our subtraction problem. We know what to do. Here we have 7 minus 4. So let's go ahead, Miss Margaret. Let's do octagons. How about that? Or hexagons. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, Miss Morgan did not do a good job making them all the same. That's all right. Okay, so we start with 7, and we are taking away 4. So remember, range means how many numbers in between 7 and 4. Well, one way we can figure that out is to subtract. So we're going to say 7, take away 4. 7, take away 4. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we did 7 in all, take away 4. How many are left over? 1, 2, 3. These 3 are left over. So the range is 3. So when you're doing this on your page, I want yours to look the same as me. It should say the most, 7. Take away minus subtract the least, 4, equals how many left over? 3. 3 is the range. There are 3 numbers between 7 and 4. And if we want to check, here we go. 4, let's see, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's use, pretending this is a number line, we're going to bounce. Ready? How many times do we need to bounce to get to 7? Ready? 1, 2, 3. We had to bounce 3 times. And that's what our range says right there. We got it right. Wonderful. All right, boys and girls. So today you're going to be doing this page. It's page 281. The little girl right here, she's saying, how many are left? You know how to do that. Top, take away the bottom, equals how many are left over. After you do that page, you need to flip it over. Do this page. Top, take away the bottom, in all, minus however many the picture shows, equals how many left over. And then this is what we just did. This is what we just did. So you can come back to the video if you need a little bit of help. Then you're going to be doing this. Look, this is what Miss Morgan was just showing you. So if we started with, let's just look at this problem. If we started with 6, take away 1, how many are left over? You need to write that number. Okay, and the last thing is this is your homework. Same thing that we were doing. We start with how many in all. How many are we taking away, crossing out, minusing? How many left over? Okay, boys and girls, have fun with your math work. Please work hard.